everyone, my name is Balaj and welcome to the first episode in a series where I'll be doing a Restomod and an EV conversion on a 1984 Kawasaki KZ 440. The donut bike had already been modified as a cafe racer about 10 years ago, with a full subframe chop, a single seat conversion, and pretty much a full ground up rebuild on everything but the engine. The bike's been in storage for years and a lot of my questionable eBay parts and original bolts are rusting, but the conversion means most of these parts will be scrapped. And I'll use just the frame, the swing arm, the tank and seat, as well as the front wheel. So one of the challenges in building an EV from a smaller bike like the KZ 440 is once you add on batteries, your charger, your motor controller, and all of the other auxiliary electronics that you actually need to make this thing work, it doesn't leave a whole lot of space for a mid-mount motor. By using a hub motor, it should be possible to fit about 8 kilowatt hours worth of battery capacity into the frame without any modification, which should give a range of about 100 kilometers at highway speeds and about 200 kilometers in the city. So by today's standards, both the braking and suspension on this bike were pretty average, and so I wanted to address that with the Restomod. So after a few weeks of searching and trawling the internet, I finally found a front end that would actually work for the build. So I settled on a Duke 390. And the reason I chose this is the steering stem bearings are the same size, the wheel spindle is the same size, the steering stop works, and the bike should have roughly the same weight. So the KTM stem is actually quite a bit longer, and in order to make this work with the Kawasaki frame without modifying it, the stem would actually need to be shortened. So after measuring both stems, I made up a replacement part design using Inventor, then sent the step file and the drawing to a machine shop for milling. Once I had the new steering stem, it was just a matter of pressing it into the lower yoke, then the whole Duke front end could be test fitted. So here are all the new KTM parts for the front end swap. The lower yoke has the new stem and lower bearings pressed together and packed with grease. Steering stop should work perfectly, just need to bend that tab down a few millimeters. Almost like it was meant to be. There's about a centimeter of clearance between the forks and the tank on full lock. I'm going to say this was totally planned too. I really wanted to use the Kawasaki front wheel to keep some of the original character of the bike. The spindle being a straight swap, all I had to do was make up some new spaces to align the rim properly. It's great when a plan comes together. The whole front end just works. This time I won't be using clip-on handlebars because of tank clearance, but I still wanted a low riding position. I'll try the KTM bar upside down and see how it feels once the bike is together. That's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. So episode 2 will be all about the front and rear brake upgrades, so hit that subscribe button, make sure you don't miss out on any of the updates.